Hello everyone, I'm Eszter Vajda and welcome to Hometown Talents and Treasures. I'm joined by Christine Cronin at her office, the Satya Health.
Yes, thank you.
Welcome to Hometown Talents and Treasures. And Satya Health is really a combination of traditional medicine and a little bit of technology as well.
It is a little bit of technology, yes. At Satya Wellness, Satya first means the truth in Sanskrit. So I'm a Ayurvedic trained practitioner through the Chopra Center, and I always tell my clients, I need to tell you the truth. And sometimes we don't really want to hear it, but we have to. So I decided to name my company Satya. There's a good reason for that. Well, I think it's by combining the old and the new that we get the best results for clients. It's about going into those beautiful Ayurvedic principles that are 5,000 years old, things that are so common sense that we forget about them, that we don't think that they work, although they have been working successfully for so long. And it's about reintroducing these things in people's lives. It's about remembering that you need to breathe. Yes, you do it automatically, but you don't remember that taking a good deep breath allows the whole body to ground itself. So it's about teaching those principles to people. It's about taking care of yourself every day, which is really key. But it's also using some really amazing new technologies that we have, like bioenergetic testing, which allows me to go tap into the body's meridians to find where blockages might be. So it's every case is completely individual. There are no two bodies alike, and it's about figuring out what works best for them.
So I walked in, and the first thing I saw was your tea that you're drinking, your yellow drink. What's in it, and what does it do for you?
So this is my little daily concoction. I make it every morning in a little thermos and I bring it with me. This is fresh ginger, fresh turmeric root, and lemon juice, and boiling water. And this is what I drink every day. So ginger is good for just about everything. In Ayurvedic medicine, ginger is one of those basic remedies that everybody can use. Amazing for digestion, great for women who are pregnant and feel really sick with morning sickness.
Anti-inflammatory as well.
Anti-inflammatory, it's a painkiller. There's not a lot that ginger doesn't do. It's really wonderful. Turmeric is great for memory. So they studied, that's actually a lot of medical studies in India, where they realized that India has much lower rates of dementia and Alzheimer than we have here in the US and in Europe. Well, turmeric is one of the components of curry, and they eat curry every day. So there's a lot of research that is ongoing around that right now. And lemon, who doesn't like lemon? So
it adds a little bit of flavor. What type of people would usually come see you? Who are your clients?
My typical clients really range in age anywhere from, my youngest case was a little 4-week-old who couldn't stop screaming. She was not digesting her food, so we just gave her a couple of little essential oils to rub on her belly, help mom with a little bit of homeopathy to help her release a little more milk, and within 2 days baby was fine. To much older people who just want to learn some new techniques, maybe along what they're doing with their doctors. Of course, we don't replace anything, we just help along. It's about finding new solutions, about natural solutions. People are really interested to find natural solutions to their issues. A lot of chronic problems, because as great and as wonderful as modern medicine is, nobody wants to go back to the dark ages. We can really be complementary to what they are doing. So it's not about removing what they do, it's about adding to what they do. And I love that.
And so, you know, I see a lot of essential oils, I see a lot of aromatherapy. What other things do you use?
I use a lot of essential oils. They are very useful. The essential oils are the immune system of the plant. They've been put on this planet for us to use and to heal with. They can really be very, very useful. It's often the first line of defense for so many things. You can use essential oils to prevent some viral issues. You know, you can help for digestion. You can have them help for stress. Wonderful for kids and pets. They really work very, very well. But I use, as you can see, a lot of different things. So whether it's probiotics for somebody who has issues digesting, or homeopathy, which is something that we're very, I would say it's very commonplace in Europe, not so much here. So homeopathy is amazing, really works.
But I feel like here in the United States in the past few years, there's been a huge resurgence of this natural way of healing things. Why do you think that's happening now?
I think that the reason this is happening is because we realize that a lot of these chronic issues that people are faced with cannot really be helped by modern medicine. So when I say that, it's not that I'm anti-drug or anything. I'm not, because when you need it, you need it. If you have a massive infection, be happy that an antibiotic was invented and helped save your life. However, we often in modern medicine tend to kill flies with cannonballs and the collateral damage is too big. Or you'll have somebody going on one drug and then another, and then the combination creates another
And the
issue.
side effects.
Right, so now the side effects are bigger than the original problem. And I have a lot of clients that come here and they have a list of 5, 6, 7, 8 drugs. The original issues, they maybe needed 1 or 2, but the others are to mitigate the effects of the first 2. So again, I would never ever take anyone off their drugs. I would never have that authority, and I don't know about those, of course. But they can maybe find an essential oil that helps them sleep at night, which they haven't been able to. Or we might find that they are lacking, magnesium, and that helps them relax and sleep. So this is something that I can give them. They can pick it up anywhere. So those are not drugs. They're just supplements.
You've been a teacher. You've done some translating. You're from Switzerland. How did you get into this?
I'm still a teacher. That's what I do. I teach people about health. It all goes back to my mom. It's funny because when you look at it years and years later, when I was a kid, my mom would, I will say, drag me in the summer to go and pick plants and herbs and things and teach me how to make stuff that I didn't know anything about. And I realized years and years later that all that I learned with her, I still use. So when I go home at the right season in Switzerland, I'll go and pick arnica to make my own tincture. Or I'll pick some little euphrasia, which is a plant. Once you dry it and you make tea, it's helpful to clean your eyes and to make sure that you don't have any issues with your eyesight. Or, there's so many things that you can go and do with plants. And I didn't put any value on it at the time because I didn't know. But I do now. So this is something that I've always kind of had an interest in. And as we traveled with my husband all over the world, really, settled in Asia for many years, I realized, wow, in Thailand, they don't take Tylenol, they use ginger. They would chew on a ginger root, and I thought, this is fascinating, you can do that. So I started to learn more about that and to study more about that, and then we moved here and I started reading Deepak Chopra's books, which were fascinating, and it was a little bit like reading that book and you realize, oh my God, I've come home. This is it. This is what makes sense to me. And
you found your calling.
I did. I really truly did. And I realized that I can actually help. I can help myself. I can help my family, which is what I did for years. And then I realized I can help others. And I've been doing this ever since, and I love it.
I keep hearing about toxicity in the world and how we're exposed to natural and man-made toxins. How much more of a danger is there now with toxins?
Well, we all have toxicity. I think this is a given. The body is also an amazing machine that can bioregulate. So the body can deal with a certain amount of toxicity. So as an example, if you're eating an apple and you eat the little pips inside the apple, you will ingest a tiny amount of arsenic because it's in the pip. Your body knows what to do with this. It's going to get rid of it totally naturally. That's not a big deal. What it cannot really deal very well with is the man-made toxicity we are exposed to.
Yeah.
So the couch that's sprayed with these anti-flame retardant chemicals, or go buy a car and you have a lovely new car smell, that's very toxic to you. Lights can be toxic, pesticides, herbicides, perfume, that's a lot of toxicity in there. So we are exposed day in, day out to these toxic elements. And what is really even scarier than that is now science has proven that babies born inherit their mother's and father's toxic load, up to about 80% of their toxic load.
Scary.
So when mom and dad get together and actually conceive, they've already passed this on. Then what you need later in life for a child to have an issue is some kind of a trigger. So the trigger can be anything. It can be an infection, it can be so many different things, but it all of a sudden creates a cascade of issues. It's a little bit like the game of domino. You push the first one and they all go. So I do see a lot of that, and some pretty interesting toxicity shows up in people.
Besides obviously not being exposed to it, and some of it we can't help, of course, what are some of the good ways to naturally get rid of toxins?
Well, there's a lot of things you can do. The first thing that is really easy, costs nothing, except having a little discipline, is to stay hydrated. So you really want to hydrate your body really, really well. We are about 80% water, and frankly, we live in such a dehydrated country. Nobody drinks up to their potential. So the rule of thumb would be half of your body weight in ounces. We rarely get there. So unless it's a really hot day and you work out, we don't. So hydration is huge. You can do some easy things at home. You can take a nice hot bath with Epsom salts and baking soda. This is really easy. It helps the body detoxify. You can get yourself one of those nice skin brushes, the really good skin brushes that you buy in a health food store, and do dry skin brushing. This is going to remove the outer layer of your skin. It's really good for the skin, and it helps the skin is the largest organ, so you help detoxify that as you go. So there's so many great things that you can do to detoxify, and really the key is not to toxify as much in the first place. So watch what you put on your skin, watch what you eat, what you drink. Everything organic is wonderful if you can. You have a lot less of a toxic load from pesticides and herbicides. Clean water, it's really difficult to get around it these days because seemingly everything has something, but you can still find a lot of good products if you look for them.
Okay, top 3 health advice for people.
The first thing is take care of yourself. We are so used to doing everything around, run, take care of everybody else but ourselves. So it's about taking that little time in the day to take care of yourself. You know, when you start the day in a rushed manner, you're going to hit your toe on the bed and it's downhill all the way. Well, this is really the way your life goes. You have to start every day from the right foot, literally. So you want to take these few minutes in the morning to set your day on the right path. And this goes for having a great successful day and having a good health as well. So it's about planning, to have food ready, to organize yourself. I think this is probably the top one. The second one is watch what you put in your brain.
Good one.
Yeah, it's really important to, and there is a saying, I'm trying to remember, I forgot who said that. I think it was Gandhi who said, don't let people tread through your mind with their dirty feet.
Oh,
and
love
it's
that.
Very, very true. We watch a lot of garbage TV, and we let others imprint our brain. We do the same to our children, by the way. So what you say matters. I was teaching a class the other day to a nursing school in the area, and trying to teach those beautiful people who are going to help others for their whole life how to take care of themselves. And I said, your words matter. So the words you say to others, but also the words you tell yourself. So this is about caring for your own mind, but also watching what you imprint on others. So that would be number 2. And the third one has to be food. I mean, really food, what you ingest, what you drink, matters. You can't expect to live to 95 in good health if you've had 50 years of debatable food in your system. So it's really about taking the time. And it's an effort. It's a daily decision. By the time you turn 3, you decide whether you close your mouth or you open it, and you're gonna bring it in yourself at some point. So choose wisely.
What inspires you to keep doing this?
What inspires me is really when someone sends me an email or a text message or calls me and says, oh my God, I can't believe how good I feel, or I got a little voicemail the other day from a client of mine. I do see remote clients too, so I work with people all over the country. And a client of mine from out west sent me an email and said, I haven't felt like this in years. That's a very profound statement for someone to say that. So clearly a shift has happened, a change has happened. So everybody is at a different place in their journey. There's no right or wrong. It's just as long as you keep moving forward and feeling better. That's what matters.
Christine, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So much great information, and thank you for what you do.
I'm so happy you came in. Thank you very much.
That's our show. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.